being too controlling. How many of you have had to work with a control freak? This person is a micromanager. They want to tell you how to do what you do, and how and when you should do it, and how often you should do it, and what quantity, and they want to dictate everything about your business. That's not their call. This is your business. Again, assert your boundaries. A lot of these are all about boundaries, setting appropriate boundaries with other people, not letting them run amok with your life. Don't let a client control how you serve them. 4, having unrealistic expectations. My best example of this was several years back before I went full-time as an entrepreneur. I had one last job. I got hired on as, I believe it was the editorial director. And my boss hired me because I had all this experience. It sounded like a great job. And then I started the job, and her expectation of me was to be able to write content for her newsletters, edit that content to perfection without one single blemish, error, typo, etc., with no downtime in between, and give her perfection without any benefit of a second pair of eyes, without any benefit of having time to let what I'd written rest so that I could see it with fresh eyes. And frankly, I've talked to other writers and editors, and it's an unrealistic expectation. The likelihood that anyone can edit their own stuff to perfection without at least getting it to rest is very low. And even then, it's always good to have a second pair of eyes, because when you've written it, you see what's supposed to be there, not necessarily what's actually there. So when you have a client with unrealistic expectations, first of all, you need to set what the expectations of what you can deliver are. You need to be very clear on that. And if they start having unrealistic expectations, you need to talk to them about it. Why are their expectations this high? Is it because they've had someone else who could do that? What was different about that other person compared to what you have? I mean, you may not have the resources that other vendor had. Talk to your client. If they insist on having unrealistic expectations of you, then maybe it's time to sever that relationship and let them go.